Small businesses are privately owned corporations and partnerships which have fewer employees and or less annual revenue than a regular-sized business or corporation. Small business can also be classified according to other methods such as annual revenues, shipments, sales, assets, or by annual gross or net profit. The number of employees is one of the most widely used measures. For example, service or retail operations like MD3C Medical Supplies Inc. is one of the examples of small company. It is retail and wholesale. MD3C is providing on-time delivery products that are affordable and quality control. The advantages of small company are entrepreneurs are their own bosses and have a freedom of work. Entrepreneurship offers a greater possibility of achieving significant financial rewards than working for someone else. And lastly, the disadvantages of the small company are risky, time management, and the financial commitment.
I will going to discuss about medium company. The Companies Act 2006 as defined as a medium-sized business as one with up to 250 employees. They might be family-owned and companies controlled, but due to their scale, they could also be complicated enterprises with ownership and management separated. Medium-sized enterprises are typically well-established and have a track or proven track of record, and making it easier for lenders and investors to financing decisions. They are typically mature companies who operate in mature market, but they may also be operate in high-growth market or be looking for reposition from mature market one with greater growth potential. Some example of medium company is manufacturer, wholesaler, engineer, labor, transport companies, high recruitment, and service providers. The advantage is independence in work, faster possibility to react to market changes, positive thinking, and higher profit earning in relation to work for another employee. The disadvantage is increasing competition, there is a failure, and the other one is seasonal job negatively affect business. The example companies in medium is Home Decor Boutique, Spa Treatment Facility, Gym, and the other one is Software Company.
Multinational companies. A multinational corporation or MNC is a company that operates in more than one country. These businesses are frequently controlled from and have a central office in their native nation, yet they have offices all around the world. A corporation does not become a multinational simply by exporting goods to be sold elsewhere. Examples of multinational companies are Microsoft, Nestle, Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, and Apple Corporation. Advantages: specializations in production, outsourcing, economics of scale, tax avoidance, employment of skilled labor, wider consumer base, evaluation. Disadvantages: loss of sovereignty, competition, resource outflows, inappropriate technology, economic exploitation, sociocultural events.
Both private and governmental sectors use nearly identical competencies models for HR managers. HR managers in both industries are in charge of developing and maintaining a productive workforce and a positive working environment. The United States Office of Personnel Management, which is in charge of overseeing the nation's workforce management, has a clear competency model for human resource leaders. Business acumen, HR experience, leadership abilities, and the capacity to establish HR as an advocate are all required of HR practitioners. HR specialists are also referred to as change agents by the OPM. In order to fulfill this role, HR managers must have these four primary competencies: communication, analysis capabilities, relationship building skills, and leadership qualities. From line employees to executive leadership, an HR manager must be able to communicate with everyone in the company. Furthermore, HR managers must be able to communicate successfully with outsourcing providers, union leaders, government authorities, and employees, as well as potential employees and co-workers. They must be able to adjust their communication skill to the audience and situation at hand. HR managers, for example, must be able to communicate the value of fair employment practices to the company's executive team with the same sincerity and enthusiasm that they do to hourly workers. To contrast, if your company has a low morale, might result from a lack of communication. Employees may feel defeated as a result of a bad communication, which can lead to misunderstandings, missed opportunities, conflicts, the spread of disinformation, and mistrust. To compare, the HR department's talent management staff has a lot of responsibilities. What used to be several divisions of the department have been merged into one. Recruiting, hiring, and supporting and keeping personnel are all responsibilities of talent management team. Recruiters play a critical role in the development of any company's personnel. They're in charge of posting job openings on job boards, finding people through job fairs and social medias, acting as a first point of contact for screening prospects, conducting initial interviews, and working with the hiring manager who makes the ultimate decision. To contrast, from hiring to onboarding, performance management to retention, talent management touches on all HR essential aspects. Employees who do well, the goal of talent management is to boost productivity. Its goal is to encourage, engage, and retain personnel in order to improve their performance. Without this management, the company will run out of money and will have to declare bankruptcy because it will no longer be competitive.
Analytical and critical thinking is a must for an HR manager to become competent on his or her job. They must have the ability to assess situations, exercise sound judgment, engaging in decision making, and view implications that is very useful for HR leaders. The role of having the HR compliance is really important. For any HR department's compliance program is essential. Employment and labor laws can be complicated, so having a staff dedicated to keeping up with this ever-changing landscape is critical to keeping businesses out of problems with federal, state, and local laws. The practice of a professional HR manager will be complex, yet rewarding by engaging in the role of HR compliance and being critical-minded in situations related to the role. Both indicate their importance to each other because any decisions made by the role and skill can be benefit or harm the desired outcome. While having the role of HR compliance deals with problems of employees by the law and having the need to think and decide, the skills of analytical and critical thinking can be applied in every situation. It can be creative and can be used to justify situations.
One of the competencies of HR manager is relationship building, and for the roles is training and development. In relationship building, HR manager must be able to create a cohesive HR department that works together to achieve the department goals as well as the organization's workforce development goals. And for the training development roles, must be responsible for building out instructional program that have a direct impact on the success of the business. As we compare the relationship building and the training and development, it is both help the employees and HR manager to have an intimate colleague and they have a knowledge on how to do better in their professional works.
Other competencies of HR is leadership skills, and the roles is workplace safety. So leadership skills are very essential for the HR managers because they are in charge in developing the strategies for both HR department and the entire workforce. Also in defending the strategic plan to the company's management team. For workplace safety roles, they are responsible in developing and promoting safety training, and if injuries and fatalities occurs at work, they keep officially necessary logs. As we compare the leadership competencies and workplace safety roles, they are both develop what the needs and more beneficial to the employees. And for having the leadership skills will make the entire workplace to be more successful.